What's good? It's your boy, Dolly. Make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in.
Wrapped around your heart, a weapon drenched in blood. It's flowing over you. There's nothing you can do. You know there's nothing angels everywhere. 'Cause the righteous are the ones who disappear, inescapable. Soon you'll be back for more. Old enough to lose. Still you got to choose. Young enough to live for something you can't win. You know there's dropping angels everywhere. 'Cause the righteous are the ones who disappear, inescapable. Soon you'll be back for more.
What is good, my beautiful turtles? Alright, real quick, let's get the likes up on this video. What's up, T. Stevens, Freckles, Strawberry Kisses, Florida Girl, Wind in a Whim, Jennifer B. Good to see all you guys.
But the righteous
Hope everyone has had a great day so far. Thumb it up. ZA. 10 pounds, baby. Thank you, girl. Inescapable. Yeah, I can see today. Boom! What is up, turtles? What is good with you? That's a good way to start it right there, ZA. Thank you so much for your donation. That is awesome. Great start to a show. You know what would be also a great start? You guys that haven't hit the like button, just hit it. It's absolutely free this week. I'm running a special, okay? Lynette has became a member. Thank you, keeping Dolly alive. Staying alive, staying alive. All right, anyway. So, you know, we've been touching on a couple different things this week. The Kohberger stuff. A lot of stuff with Don Wells acting like a fruitcake. This Chad Doerman dude that killed his 3 kids. So we're going to touch on a little bit of those things today. If you're just tuning in and wondering what the hell we're going to be talking about. And I'm going to open the phone lines in just a few minutes when I get through the Dolly rant. Okay? When I get through the Dolly rant. Yesterday, somebody brought up a really good point in the Brian Kohberger case. And it's been kicking around in my brain all day today. And it wasn't that they had Brian Kohberger's DNA. We know his DNA found on the knife sheath. They did a mouth swab. There's better chances it being him than anybody on this planet. There ain't even that many people on the planet. It's definitely him. It's a DNA match, 100 slam dunk. But here's the problem. Why do they not have any other evidence or trace evidence from the scene of that crime on Brian Kohberger? Now, let me tell you this. I've seen them arrest people with shit just as simple as a carpet fiber. We found a carpet fiber that matched in a trunk Boom, boom, boom. You done. Death penalty, right? But you would think that you would go into the scene of a crime. Now, I've watched a lot of Friday the 13th movies, Nightmare on Elm Street. I know they're just movies, but when you kill people, people bleed. There's blood. There's DNA flying fucking everywhere, okay? This man slaughters 4 people, couple people in their sleep, couple people fought back. He should have had blood there. There should be DNA under people's fingernails for trying to fight for their lives, like we see in many of these cases. We know they had defensive wounds, but very, very little DNA, or no DNA in the car. Okay, you would think that this car that everybody was looking for in the very beginning would be loaded with DNA. Carpet fibers, DNA, hairs, things that would convict the shit out this man. Easy, slam dunk type stuff, right? Blood in the car, hair in the car, items maybe it took from the house. We do know this. Look, when people crazy ass killers like this, they go in, they go, all American Psycho and shit, they tend to take things. We do know he studied BTK, possibly other serial killers, because he's a criminology student. Okay, them people, even BTK, took items from the house. Most serial killers do. All right. Now here's the thing: they done busted up in his house. They got the car, right? But people will say, "Well, look, he's had plenty of time to clean this car." That type of murder, he should be able to clean that car 300 times, and the police still go in there and find some type of DNA. Okay? That car would have had to been completely bleached, all kinds of things, to get rid of the type of DNA that would have been in that car. So to me, there's a lack on the other end. There's no blood on him. There's no blood in his apartment. There's no blood in his car. There's not a hair at his mama's house. It don't make sense. There should be something, right? Now, he's good enough that he got rid of every possibility of DNA on him, his car, his house, his pillowcases, his sheets, but he was dumb enough to leave DNA on that knife sheath. It don't make a whole lot of sense. It don't. There's a lack of DNA evidence. Okay, you can be like, how's there a lack of DNA? They have his DNA, but they don't have anybody else's. Okay? They don't have no connection of blood or DNA from him or his car, his house, his mama's house, that is connecting to the King Road house. Now, if they have something they came out and said it, I could be completely wrong. But it don't seem like they have anything that connects other than the latent fingerprint or the, not fingerprint, but the DNA, the touch DNA that was on the sheath of the knife, and that he was in proximity of that area. And we also discussed, did he accidentally leave the sheath? Or did he purposely leave the sheath? Or did somebody purposely, not only just him, let's just say, he ain't been convicted yet right now. He's accused of these crimes, right? So we want to treat him today like I think he did it, myself. But right now he's just accused, okay? And if you're looking at it from like, just legally, if you didn't think in my mind, if I hadn't followed this and I was just looking at it, I would be thinking myself, why ain't there no blood anywhere? How did he get out of there? Even if he stripped the clothes off, burnt the clothes, buried the knife, there still should have been shit in the car, in his house, and things of that nature. To me, it don't make sense. Why didn't they find any of those things? Especially the car. And if they were following him and all this, and this is a matter of this murder case, and general public still in danger, why not go ahead and take that possession of that vehicle, right? They even pulled the vehicle multiple times. And I don't care what people say. I think his parents are just as dirty as Brian Laundrie's parents, okay? His dad flew out there to help him. They knew their son's a psycho killer. And I wouldn't want to be put in that position where, you know, I'm the parent of a psycho killer. Billy Joe Howe, you know what I'm saying? You know, that type of stuff. I wouldn't want to be in that position. But to fly out, you know, and try to rescue your son didn't do much good because all they did is arrest him at your house. Now, he did have some items that didn't belong to him. Some IDs and some other things, which is odd. But it was, from my understanding of what the word is, it ain't nothing to do with King Hill Road. But here's the thing that trips me out, and I go back to this. During the police body cam footage videos, there was that young lady that her car got broken into. Nobody really even thought much of it, right? Okay? The thing is this. He didn't really take nothing. He moved things around. All right? But, KC, thank you for your donation.
Link, please.
iPhone link. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll get it for you. Let me just finish what I was going to say before I lose my train of thought and I forget. The IDs that he took, I think it does have something to do with what's going on. Okay? I believe he was breaking in multiple vehicles, not just at girls, because I said that this wasn't against them. He was going to kill somebody. Okay? He was killing somebody. He was working his way up to that. He's breaking in stuff. He's stalking neighborhoods. That's what he was doing. He wasn't just stalking them girls. He was stalking that neighborhood. That's why he broke into other girl's car. That's why he took her panties out. That's why he put them in the cup console and stuff like that. If you listen to his friend that knew him with the cameras, thank you for becoming a member. He also did weird things like that. Went into a girl's house, moved things around. Allegedly, I don't know, right? But he was definitely a creeper, and he was definitely preying on that neighborhood. I don't think it was just them in that house. It could have been any house that he thought he could strike. That's what I honestly believe. I believe this dude was a killer. He just picked those people that night. Right? He may have seen them before, but he may have also seen all these other people before. And he was just a crime of opportunity. Possibly he was near that food truck, seeing those girls and seeing they were drunk. But that still don't add up to how did he know the layout of the house. Okay, he did pretty much know the layout of the house, but maybe that's just from stalking the neighborhood. Maybe he could have Zillowed the tour of the house to get the layout of the house. There's multiple ways. It's weird because serial killers these days, they can know the layout of your house, right? But yeah, let me get this iPhone link real quick. And here, okay, while I'm doing that, the whole Don Wells stuff been heating up on the internet like the last week, right? Like everybody's been talking about it. And the whole thing of him having to go to the PO, right? And that the PO said that he got the piss test and all these things. I'm trying to get the iPhone link and do two things at one time. So bear with me. But a lot of people saying that he was rumored that he has to go back to Tennessee to show up to the probation officer. Now, the word I'm hearing, which is, you know, Don and Candace, they like to play games and make up shit. I don't know what it is. I guess they think this is all a big joke in the end, right? That they mess around with YouTubers. They say things that ain't true. Things of that nature. Where's my damn link? Oh, here we go. This is the link right here. If you're on an iPhone to become a member, mods, please copy this, so I don't have to keep getting it. There we go. That is it right there. Okay, so but what I'm hearing is Candace is telling people that Don is out of state and not in Tennessee. That's just the rumors I'm hearing, right? This is just what I'm hearing. Now, I've always thought that at some point, I thought Don was getting ready to run. To take off, right?
Posted it.
Thank you, PJ. Thank you. You're awesome. So, I thought Don, when they started dyeing their hair, Candace started growing out the magic mullet. Okay, you know she's trying to grow the sides out. Like when I got to touch the mullet, right? It wasn't even the perfect mullet like it used to be. Okay, so it's kind of like he's trying to disguise Gator hater. Thank you for becoming a member. It's like he's trying to disguise himself, right? Now we know in the last few days, Don and Candace Wells have been doing some partying. They've been celebrating life like a champ, okay? In a seedy ass crack hotel in Arkansas. Now it's like they're struggling so hard. Why did they go to Arkansas to struggle and live in a crack hotel? Right? This dude, I don't think Don Wells has changed his ways very much. Okay, now, are they going to violate him? And he on the run already? You know, I don't know. Is he showing up back to Tennessee? Because the rumor was that he was going back to Tennessee. He was leaving Candace behind. Candace got a damn gimp ankle. You know, she's hobbling around drunk. The other night, man, they were so tore up. Like, I don't know what kind of drugs Don Wells was on. Candace was belligerently just... It was, like, insane. And, I think the reason that this is such a sideshow circus, it's not just that the YouTubers have turned it into a sideshow circus, okay? I know a lot of YouTubers get blamed for it. I believe it's because these parents, with the help of a lot of YouTubers, have turned this shit into a sideshow circus, okay? It's turned into a soap opera. It's like, I do not know. It's like watching the most dysfunctional family in America, right? Play out, you know, right in front of your eyes. It's probably one of the most things. Candace said Don's in Tennessee. Okay, she's saying he's in Tennessee. Well, she was just saying, from what I'm hearing, that he wasn't in Tennessee. You know, I don't know what. That's what I'm saying. These people like to play games. Now, if the PO is calling you back, we don't know what if he already had a probation officer's appointment, okay? Like, usually when you got to go to the probation officer, you have to go like once a month, once every couple weeks, or something like that. So is it the probation officer's calling him back, or is it just his monthly visit to the probation office, right? I was thinking, okay, he's leaving state, he's dyeing his hair. These people are going to end up just taking off one day. I think whoever investigated this case in the very beginning, they did a poor job. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. They did a really poor job. Like, and this, I want to go into this with stuff before I open the phone lines up. Is there's a certain way you would expect a parent to act when their child goes missing or something happens, okay? And I can tell you a prime example of that is when people go missing and you see their families and the mom and dad, everybody's out searching for them. That's probably a real missing person. When you see strangers out searching for people and the family's not out there searching for them, that's not a missing person, okay? That's somebody the family, they done got rid of, all right? Because a real missing person, the family's going to be out there right beside you hunting for their loved one, okay? They're not going to fight you and battle you for you to look for their loved one, okay? I use this lady as an example all the time. I wear the bracelet every day. Michael Monkey Fawn. His mama out there every day doing what she can for her son, okay? So I use her as a prime example. This is how a mother would act, okay? This is how somebody with a missing child is going to act. These people don't act like that. They're not out there helping or searching or trying to put searches together. They're too worried about getting drunk, smoking crack, dime banging prostitutes. It's more about that. They don't care about Summer. That's the saddest thing about it, and that makes me want to help even more, right? Like, because in the beginning I just knew this girl, she was in a fight she couldn't win from the start. Okay, and it's the saddest thing ever. All right. Um, and to touch on that, um, the things they've said. The little girl will never be found. We'll see her when in the resurrection and things like that. Just that ain't something a parent of a missing child should be saying. Not to me, you know? And they just given up on her. They just absolutely have given up on their child. I would be searching the woods of Tennessee every day. Okay? It's been 2 years. That ain't even long. Okay? 2 years is not a long time. I'd be searching every day. I'd be begging people on YouTube to come out here and search these damn hollers with me. You know, not, oh yeah, don't be out. We don't want you on the property. We just like, we're going to Arkansas. We want to sell the house. Like, they gave completely up on their child. But here's the thing. They never cared about none of it anyway. They've lost every child they've had, right? What is this? Seven kids, right? Just the rumors you hear, and I ain't gonna say they've done this or they done this or done this. Just the rumors you hear are horrific, okay? And them are just the rumors that don't even go into the rumors of Don Wells himself. You know what I'm saying? And what was going on around the time that Summer went missing, and all these random dudes in and out the house at Candace's meeting, and Candace's thing for young men. All right. Now here's the thing: we've heard that Don allegedly possibly is a predator. All right, we've heard that. I'm also here to tell you, I've also heard that Candace ain't far from behind Don with her like for young people. Okay? That's allegedly. Everything's rumors. But it's never good to hear those types of things about people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't saying there's a difference between, you know, an age gap too. I'm talking young men, you know, teenage boys, and we hear allegedly Don likes young kids. There's a difference, but still both terribly wrong. Okay, terribly wrong as shit, right? So maybe birds of the same feather do flock together. Okay, so we can't overlook women that do this type of stuff to young men. Okay, we so easy to hear people attacking Don over stuff 20 years ago, but we ain't hearing nobody attack Candace over the shit she did 20 minutes ago. Okay, it don't make good sense to me. You treat these people equally in this world. You do something wrong, you punish the same way, right? Not because he's a man and she's a woman. If you're a monster, you get treated like a monster, no matter you man, woman, what it is, you a monster. All right? That's just what I believe. And I believe these people, both of them have some of the same tendencies. That's why they're dependent on each other so bad. And we see that, right? That's what I see on the internet. I'm watching this show unfold just like you guys are, okay? The only part is I'm a little character in this show, in it every now and then. A little piece of me is in it, right? But for the most part, I try to watch it from the outside like you guys. I'm just watching it, trying to get my own opinion of it, you know, and it's insane. It's insane. Get the cotton candy out. And much as I want to help, sometimes I feel like I'm just wasting my time, right? I do. I just feel like, I know I'm not wasting my time because I know in my heart I'm trying to do the right thing, right? But it just feels like that sometimes. Like, man, you just wasting your time. They done buried this kid 10 feet underground, and you're going to never find her or never any hope, right? And when I was thinking that, because that kicks in my mind every now and then, I ain't going to lie. And I was thinking to this video I heard where it sounded like Candace was digging with a shovel. I don't know why, but what it sounded like, she hit gravel, right? Like she was digging in gravel. And I could still hear the sound in my mind every now and then. Did she bury this kid under some gravel? I don't know why I've thought that. You know, I just like to share what I'm thinking with you guys. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, she might not have did nothing. Somebody could have kidnapped this kid right in front of her, because she said she was at Grandis's trailer. Okay? They're outside. And I'm just going by what she said. Okay? Somebody went in that damn house, grabbed Summer, ran down the dog trail with her, walked down the dog trail with her, damn crawled down the, you know, who knows, did the electric slide down the dog trail. But the problem with that is you can see the damn dog trail from the trailer. Clear as day. Right in front of it. So you saying that somebody walked up and kidnapped your kid right in front of you. That couldn't have happened. You would have seen it. You would have physically seen it. That didn't happen. And if there's any lie, it don't matter how small the lie is, in something like this, there's fuckery. Because why are you lying? Why are you lying? Now, they don't know, really. If their story is this, it's more anything neglect. I've always thought that these people are neglectful people. They're too worried about themselves. They're drinking. They're doing their drugs and things like that, or whatever they got going on. They're young boy and let me pick up a prostitute. Then they care about the kids. Okay? That stuff is more important to them than the kids. Right? And we know that because they were given the opportunity to get their shit together. All right? They were given an opportunity. They were giving it to them. They were like, they didn't just take their boys and say, hey, we ain't never giving the boys back. Okay? They had to get clean. They had to do certain things. They had to fix the house. All these things they could have done. They say they care so much, but their actions don't show that. Okay? Because if I was to lose my kid and somebody came over and said, look, man, you need to clean your house. You need to fix this and get the yard clean. Everything's safe for the kids. Get some food in here and we're going to give your kid back. You can believe that every last single one of those things would be done. Okay? I wouldn't stop until it was. That would be the most important thing to me. But that ain't to them. All right? To them is, oh, we can't stick around here. There ain't no job. So let's go over here where I can get a job, but I spend all my money to stay in a crack hotel. That don't make sense. That don't make no sense when you own a home. Okay? Candace can't go get a job at Wendy's. You can't go get a job at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Like, when do you become too good to flip a patty in this world? Look, let me tell you this. I was broke. I'll work any job you give me. All right? I'll mop your floors, feed me. You know, you can't be shameful in this world, think you too good. Oh, well, that job is beneath me. No, it's not. A job is a job. An honest living is an honest living. Work that job until you can get a better job. You know, I've had plenty of shitty jobs in this world. Ain't no shame in it. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you what I ain't been. Broke. Okay? Dead ass broke where I can't feed myself and take care of my family. Might have worked some shitty jobs. Everybody ate. Okay? There was always food on the plate. So when you get where, oh, I can't work. Well, you can't do drywall, but you can do something else. Candace can do something else. They didn't want to. They didn't care. Or they just simply do not give the big F. All right? And anybody that thinks they do out there, and all these people that are still like, oh, they just misunderstood. No, they're not. I think people are seeing what they see, and people ain't stupid. All right? It's just as simple as that. I've seen simple damn straight white trailer park trash act better than these people. Okay? I mean, right out the park. Fresh out. You know what I'm saying? Wife beater and all. Joe Exotic type shit. You know? It's weird. Let me open the phone lines real quick. I want to hear from you beautiful people today. Why ain't there no damn DNA in any of this man's shit other than what they found in the house? I'm just curious about that, callers. Also, is Don showing up to the PO? Or is Don getting ready to roll the hell out? See, there's nothing they can do if they don't charge him with the death or Candace or the death of or exposing of a body. There's nothing they can do. They can go anywhere they want. The only thing that's really keeping them pent to that probation is that probation, right? I mean, pent to Tennessee is probation. Once that is up, and he ain't on like forever probation, these people are taking off, and I think they're going to vanish, okay? Like, you're going to have a hard time finding them. Once they leave this time, it's going to be, you're going to need damn JR in every bush we can get, okay? Because they're going to take off somewhere. And it's going to be a matter of tracking these people down, because I think once they do it this time, they're going to disappear from the internet, all right? As soon as they finish that probation, these people are disappearing. Look, Dolly, I ain't a psychic. I ain't got a crystal ball. But there's just some things I ain't never wrong about, okay? If you want to bet against me, I'll take any bets you want to take, any place, anytime, anywhere, okay? I just, some things in this world, I just know how shit plays out. I've seen it too many times before. When this shit goes down and he's done with this, they're already trying to get out of Tennessee, right? The only thing is they have connections to people. If they can break those connections, they can vanish. All right? That's all I'm saying. But as soon as they make that one connection back to the past, the internet will know where they're at. And that's all it's going to take. Right? But the whole dyeing the hair, they're getting ready to deuce out. All right? I know it. I just see it coming. All right, let me open the phone lines. All right, the phone lines are now open. The call-in number, of course, is blinking, what, somewhere right here? Boop, boop, boop. Yep. 757-797-6694. Uh-oh. Dolly.
Hello?
Hello. Dolly. Damn, I lost you.
Hey.
Hey.
No, I'm here.
Who's this?
Hey, it's Stone Gator. What? Huh?
Hey, Stone Gator, what's up?
I wanted to ask you a question about. First, let me tell you about the Summer Wells thing. I just heard you. So you said that they thought like Wendy's and stuff like that was beneath them. But do you think that the community would actually hire them?
Yeah.
After all the stuff going on around them, do you think that Wendy's would even hire them?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
lack
you
of
do?
employees everywhere. You can get a job anywhere right now. Nobody wants to work. Everywhere I go, there's
Okay,
help
I
wanted
was just-
signs.
Okay, and then I wanted your input on something. Have you ever heard of a someone in jail for murder, but they haven't gone to trial yet, and they're being quote unquote safe kept in a maximum security prison, but they're still innocent until proven guilty because they haven't gone to trial yet? Should he be in a maximum security prison or like in county jail still?
Oh, you talking about Richard Allen, the Delphi killer?
Yeah, 'cause-
Well, I mean,
yeah, because I'm going through documents and I don't agree with that.
well, I mean, he made the call and confessed to murdering 2 little girls. I think he should be fucking under the jail in a prison with people that shank him in the neck. But that's just my thing. Now, legally, like, yeah, if it's for his protection, if they feel they can keep him safer in the prison system than they can in the jail, then that's fine with me. Because people will want to hurt him. He killed 2 little girls. So it
Yeah,
may be
and
for
that's
his
what-
safety. You might not believe this, but sometimes prisons are more safe than jails. Sometimes prisons have more manpower than certain jails. So you could get in there and they may have one deputy for 120 inmates in a jail.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they don't expect you to shank the guard so there's only one of them. So, and that dude, when a fight breaks out, they run. You know what I'm saying? They literally run. I've seen it. You know, with my own eyes in
Yep.
there. Watch the deputy run out the thing and wait for the impact team that come in with the SWAT gear and shit on to break up fights. They don't even try to break up a fight or anything in the jail. They're not getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? So maybe
Right.
for his safety, they decided, hey, it's better to put him somewhere where he's by himself. We have a guard that watches him, that type of thing. You know, you go killing kids, you ain't the most liked person in the jail. You're a target. You're a target
I
in the
understand
penitentiary.
that. Right. That's what I'm saying. He's going to definitely, get it. He has it coming to him when he gets to prison. And I just don't.
Well,
I don't
he
know,
has
the
it coming to
defense
him when he
thing-
gets to population. Right now, he's probably being housed 23-1. He's locked in a cell 23 hours, and he comes out for one for wreck or to take a shower, so nobody can get to him. So he's by himself right now because he's high profile. Anytime there's a high profile person, even in the jail, they lock you down in Supermax so other inmates can't get to you. If you're on the news, right, they usually lock you down 23-1. That's all. It don't be on the fucking news when you get locked up, because you going right down to the where you're by yourself, or it could be considered high profile. Did I lose you?
No, it is
Okay.
high profile.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's been on for how many years now?
Well, 5 going on 6 years.
So the defense is saying that they're treating him unfairly with a list of stuff.
I mean, he's
That
eating
they're doing
papers.
to-
He's acting crazy. He's doing weirdo stuff too. He ain't. Somebody called in that had somebody locked up, knew somebody that was locked up in there with him at the penitentiary, and they said he's acting crazy as shit. He's doing all kinds of stupid shit. But now he's done
Do they
calmed
have to-
down, and I think he's eating again and shit. Like, it's a show. He's trying to make himself crazy. He did what he did. He's going to pay for what he did. I mean,
Do they have the insanity plea there in
that I don't know.
Indiana?
I don't know. I have no
That's
clue.
what he's trying to do. Okay, well, that was my, I had to go to you to get the jail and
There
prison
ain't too many
information.
people that do stuff like this that get off with insanity. Now, if you was insane and it was proven you were insane before this happened, and then you did it, maybe.
Right.
But trying to become insane after the fact, dude, you're done. All right, you be good, Stone Gator.
All right, peace.
Peace. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, this is Peace, Love, and Pugs, and I kind of wanted to chime in with my thoughts regarding the Summerwells case.
You do
I've
it.
sat back really quietly and just kind of watched, and I've been throwing away a lot of the internet stuff and concentrating a lot between media and what law enforcement has put out. And way back in the beginning, I just had this feeling that little Summer may have very well possibly got a hold of some of whatever the drug of choice was that Candace may have been using that day, when Candace may very well have blacked out.
You know
Because
what
law
I think?
enforcement-
You know what I think she was using that day? Grandis's prescription that they just went and got.
That's very possible. But my thought is that Summer may have, she was only 5 years old. 5-year-olds get curious. 5-year-olds are mischievous. So, she may very well have just got a hold of some of those drugs. It was an accidental overdose. The so-called scream that Jody Sue and kids heard could very possibly have been when Candace woke up and discovered Summer had passed away.
Yeah, I
You
believe
know,
so too. I don't know what
and-
caused Summer to pass away. Was it heat stroke or drug overdose or whatever? But I believe I believe something similar to what you believe.
And I'm also going back to where there was one interview clip where one of the law enforcement agencies had made reference to if we knew or could figure out where this missing 3 or 4 hours was, could that have been maybe when Dawn might have come home in the initial and then taken her possibly back to that construction site, because I got to thinking, if they were putting in the concrete pillars, it wouldn't take but a bag and a little bit of dirt over that bag, and the concrete pours could have poured right on top of her, not even realizing.
Oh yeah, I know. If you was somebody getting ready to pour a driveway and you went and dug a grave in the middle of the driveway and dropped somebody in it, and they came and poured the concrete, yeah, you wouldn't find that for what how an average house sits there for 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
So
My only question though is, what is Granda's involvement? Because she had to know something.
Grandis knows.
She needs to speak out. They need to, something. Because I really believe she knows, but what is her involvement? Was she maybe the one who might have drove Summer to Dawn? We don't hear anything about her vehicle
where
checked.
she was. Yeah, where was she at during the initial of that? You know what I'm saying? In the beginning.
Exactly. So I'm looking at it that yes, this is maybe a tragic accident due to severe neglect because of drugs, Candace passing out, finding Summer gone, panicked, freaked out. That's when she screamed. That would pretty much give that animalistic scream that they claim to have heard. And, so I mean, that's just kind of the way I'm looking at it. So it's like, I think, I wouldn't see there actually being like murder charges, but I do believe that Dawn's work site may be where Summer's buried.
I mean, disposing of a corpse carries 7 to 10 years or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's prison time involved, and if there's a cover up in this, there's prison time involved. I mean, it ain't the end of the like. If they didn't murder her, and they can't prove they murdered her, then yeah, you just talk about disposing of a body and things of that nature. So you're still going to prison for a few years. That's why I think if they did it, they might as well just tell. It ain't the end of the world. They're not going to go away forever. If the baby accidentally died, just let the world know. Stop with the games. Take your few years in prison and let's move the fuck on.
Exactly. That's the same way I feel about it. But, that was pretty much all I wanted to say, because I just don't see that either of them murdered her. I just see this as a very extreme, tragic event and a cover-up.
Yeah.
And just come clean, be done with it. And I don't think that it wouldn't be as bad if they would just come clean with it. And that's all I see. I don't see that anybody intentionally harmed this child.
And I know some of Candace's personal friends, and they think the same thing, that this was an accident and for some reason she's covering it up. And that's people that like her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's just what they believe. And since people think it's an accident, they don't really have so much of a problem with Candace because they don't think Candace purposely hurt the little girl. But if you're neglectful as shit, that's the same as purposely hurting somebody. You know what I'm saying? If you just absolutely
I think that would end up being like a gross negligence that led to the death of a child.
Yes.
Is how they would classify that probably.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't be like, oh, I didn't kill my baby, but yeah, you didn't watch it and you let it walk right into a swimming pool and drown or something. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like,
she might get 10 to 15 for that. But just the way the laws are, sadly.
But I think it was an accident, and I think she should come out and tell the truth. And like,
I think so too, and I think maybe if the internet would
pull the curtains on the show is what I say. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and wrap the circus up, pack up the elephants, get the zebras. Candace, tell it. You know what I'm saying? We'll send you canteen in jail. We'll feed you better. You'll eat better there with us sending you money than you're eating out here in them crack hotels. I can guarantee you that.
Exactly. So, that's basically all I wanted to say. I just don't think it's all what the internet's making it out to be. All this craziness.
Yeah, the internet the internet's blamed everybody, but they'd already blamed the sheriff. I was gonna say everybody but the police, but they have blamed the police too. So I can't even say that.
Right, exactly. I wish there was some way that we could get them, because they have thermal imaging equipment that they could easily use on those pylons that they put into the ground, when they're building a house to secure the foundation and all.
Yeah.
They could use thermal imaging for that easy enough and tell, and they'd be able to see if there was a space in there that was not concrete.
Yeah.
And that's all they would need.
Yeah. Well, they never found. They never found Jimmy Hoffa.
I know.
He's in a building
But anyway,
somewhere.
yep, exactly. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say, Dolly. You're doing an amazing job, and just keep being you.
All right.
No matter what they throw at you, you got a whole pug army behind you over here.
A whole pug army. All right, you be good.
A whole pug army. All right, you too. Thank
All
you,
right,
Dolly.
peace.
Peace.
All right, don't mess with Dolly. I'll stick the pugs right up on you. The whole team of them. And I got the chihuahuas that got my back. The chihuahuas got my back. The pugs got my back. Little doggy army run up on you. All right, that don't mean I'm going to hold you, Lolo. Don't even think about it. Let's see what the chat is talking about. Thanks, everyone, for the shout out. Hey, Zircon. Good to see you. I love pugs. They're all right. Their faces all smushed in. You know what I'm saying? Now, the situation, like I was saying, I think it'd be better. Because stress will kill you in this world. And Candace is drinking herself to death. All right? Stressed out, drinking herself to death. She's not that old. She really looks like an old lady. She's aged herself like crazy, right? And that's what abusing alcohol, abusing drugs, too much of any damn thing is going to do to you, right? Now, for a 40-year-old lady, she definitely looks like she's in her 50s, okay? Or damn late 50s at that. She almost starting to look like her mama, right? But, oh, yeah. What I was going to say is some of the bracelets we got, the Summer's Day bracelets, we ran out of some of them, and some of them we had a mistake in some of the shipping. But I ordered some new bracelets. All right, Lolo, you win. Say hi to everybody. Lolo wasn't going down without a fight. She's like, man, you better let me up here. She says hello. She says, hit the like button right down here. Buy some Dolly soap. You get 50% off with F the haters. That's what Lolo said, right, Lolo? And Lolo gets to eat when you buy Dolly soap. Now, don't you, Lolo? You get to eat. Oh. She's just a big baby. She's just a big old baby. Oh. That's a good way to get me likes, Lolo. That's a good way. All right, get down. We got a phone call. Let's take this call, Lolo. Dolly.
Hi, Dolly. This is Glenda from Michigan. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Really good. Nice weather, beautiful day.
It's hot
Gorgeous.
here.
We're loving it. Yeah, well, it's about 83, 84 here, but it's beautiful. Better than that cold snow any day.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of hot. I'm like, man, I wish it was wintertime.
Yeah, okay. Don't wish it too much, all right?
All right.
Listen, the reason I called is I have a little concern about nobody's mentioned. I know that Don and them were trying to sell the house.
Uh-huh.
And I'm wondering if something comes down and they're not able to do that, what happens with the property? Is that going to be gifted to the boys or
No,
the
the property's in Don Wells' name, right? And they've already rumored. Remember when I was trying to have the prayer thing out there? They were already putting out there that they done sold the house, but I don't think they have.
Well, that was what I was wondering. If
They had put that fence up because nobody's there; it's just empty because they're in Arkansas at a crack hotel. So
right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it belongs to Don. So whoever Don sells it to, and Don ain't giving them boys nothing. He ain't gonna lead them boys nothing. He's basically abandoned them boys.
Yes, he did. Well, I was just wondering if maybe there was something in there that he had granted it over to Tim Mullins to take care
I don't
of.
know, but I bet you it does end up something like that. There's a reason that Tim Mullins is involved in it. I'm guaranteeing you that. He has some snaky. He has some snaky. People just don't insert themselves into shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And he
Yeah,
did.
I know.
And it's for
Right.
profit. You watch. He wants that property. He wants something.
Yeah, I think it's either going to be a book or a movie, or he's going to want that property if Don hasn't given it to him already.
He wants something, you know? And maybe it
Yes,
is rights to a book or a movie or something like that, but people got to want to watch your movie or read your book. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's
true
usually
enough.
you know, things like that are to authors that do good. You might write a random book, but Summer Wells is big in the true crime community, but everybody else outside of this community don't know who Summer Wells is. That's why I tell people still spread the word. Everybody acts like you're kicking a dead horse. You're not. There's so many people that don't know who Summer Wells is. Yeah, of course, everybody that watches true crime right here in our community knows because we talk about it all the time. But you start
Right.
sharing that shit on your Facebook and stuff like that, people ain't heard of Summer Wells.
Well, I tried to tell everyone I know and ask them to spread the word because I am from a big family. We do have a lot of children and grandchildren in the family. And God forbid if anybody
Yeah.
wanted to come and steal one of our children, you know. But yeah, I was just very curious about the house because I hadn't heard anything about it, what was going on with the property.
Yeah, when I wanted to do the prayer circle and stuff out there, they were trying to put out the rumor that the house had been sold, you know, different things of that nature. But as far as I know, I haven't heard that the house is sold.
Well, I know that Don's mom, you know, the kind of deed that she had or whoever it went through was kind of complicated on how Don got it anyway.
She
I was
gifted
just
it to him
wondering-
for like $2 or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering if there's some kind of clause in there that if he can't take it, maybe it gets passed on to the children or something.
Well, how couldn't he not take it? Even if he left it, he still owns it.
Well,
Like my house here,
right.
if I left and went to Mexico, I still own this house.
Well, true enough. I'm just saying, you know, if he was in jail for a long time, or maybe the rest of his life, you know, somebody would have to have something over the property.
Yeah, but I don't. What would he be in jail for the rest of his life for? Because I honestly don't think he has nothing to do with what happened this summer.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
He might
I
have to
don't
do
know.
with the cover up of Summer, but as far as the death of Summer, I don't think he has anything to do with it.
Well, I don't know. I see him as a big shot in this whole deal, so I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see how that goes down. But I was just curious about the property.
Okay. You be good.
All right. Thank you very much, Dolly. Enjoy your weekend. Happy
I'm
4th of
going
July.
to try. Peace.
Bye.
Now, here's the thing. They're so codependent on each other. You notice that the other day when Candace was live, the only day we seen Candace straight was the second anniversary of Summer going missing. And we seen Don come out the hotel checking on her. He was inside watching. You know how I know he was watching? Because he had headphones on. Okay? I was like, anybody can't say he had headphones on. He's listening to what Candace says. She listens to what he says. He listens to what she says. Because they both know. And if one of them slips or fucks up, they got to cover it up. Right? Or they have to, you'll see Don says something crazy. You'll start seeing Candace pop on the internet. Trying to divert whatever it was. Or, oh no, this is that. You know what I'm saying? Or she'll start telling her homegirls. And then her homegirls will start running with it. The way, if you have enough connections on the internet, you can paint the narrative to go the way you want it to go. Right? You got enough, you know, people that are your allies, like whatever channels they go on, like Prayer Garden, Daisies, things like that. If you start getting them people to believe your shit and they run your narrative and you got enough people running it, you can push that onto the internet and people will start to believe it because there's enough people saying it. That's all it really takes. Right? And they've been doing that. For some reason, the dumb as they are, they're not street stupid at all. They know how to manipulate. They know how to suck people in and then chew them up. Okay? And get what they need from them. And then they just move on type thing. Right? Will there ever be any little justice for Summer Wells? I think that the police down there, they dropped the ball in the beginning. They didn't know that what they were dealing with. They might know now, but you can't go back in time. You know what I'm saying? You can't go back in time and know all these things. They went in blind. They didn't know they were dealing with druggies, and alcoholics and like craziness and potential alleged predators and things. They didn't know. They didn't know, and that's hard to know going in, right? Dolly.
Yeah, Dolly, this is Pamela Bird, and I've been trying to get a hold of you.
I'm here. What's up?
Yeah, I've been thinking, and my gut's been thinking too. You know where they put them flowers at, or the cactus? I'm thinking her ashes are in that. I'm pretty sure.
Her ashes are in the cactus?
Yes, into the rock. That's why the rock has got crystals. You can see the crystals.
Okay, say that one more time. Back up just a little bit.
Okay, do you remember when the grandma wanted her to come out and put, plant the flowers and stuff?
Yeah, the cactuses.
I think her ashes are in that pot, them 2 pots.
But how did she get the ashes?
I have no idea. I think she's been cremated and she's in heaven.
Cremated and in heaven. And they put her in the flower
and they
pot.
wear these necklaces.
I seen the necklaces.
Yeah. Okay, they have ashes in there. If you could take that and get one of them necklaces and get her DNA, there you go.
Okay. Case solved.
Yeah.
Okay. One, I don't think nobody's gonna cremate a baby. Okay. If you murder your baby and say I run a cremation place and you come to me, I'm not going to prison for cremating your baby. I'm gonna be like, hey lady, have you lost your mind?
I don't know about that church. That church is not
A cult.
I don't think that's a very yeah. And I know about cult.
I went to that
really.
church.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's a nice building.
I wouldn't even.
But be
I
careful when you
wouldn't
get
let my
out.
kids go to that
They
church.
got bobcats. Okay.
Yeah, they
Big
do.
ass bobcats. I did when I was at the church.
And I heard that you have neck or bracelets for summer wells.
Well, yeah, I had the Summer's Day one.
They're not letting me get online to comment that I'd like to have one.
Oh, well, the chat room is on members today. So you gotta be a
how
member
do
to
you
be.
do that?
You join. There's a little join button. You click on it. It says join, and it'll let you into the chat room. Are you on an iPhone?
Oh, okay.
Are you?
No, I got a. I don't have an iPhone.
Okay, well, you good to go then. It should be a little join button. You can click on that, and it'll let you in. Now, the ones I had, I gave away, right? I had made them for these ones that I'm wearing right here, the Summer's Day one. But I had changed them because it's not Summer's Day anymore. Now I got ones made that say Summer's Army, and I'm going to give those away too. But I didn't rush deliver them like I did these, so it'll be a little while before they get here. But I did order them. So when I get some, I'll have some more to give away. But they don't say Summer's Day. They say Summer's Army, and they say, I think they say Justice for Summer Wells on the back side.
Oh, that's fine. I'd like to have one. I have Gabby's.
Oh, okay.
You don't remember Gabby and
Yeah.
Brian?
Gabby
Laundry?
Petito, yeah, that's
I
what
watched. I just watched the movie last night.
Oh, what, on them?
It's on Lifetime. On Lifetime, yeah.
They made a Lifetime movie on Gabby and Brian?
Yeah, I did. I just got done watching it last night.
Oh, I'm going to have to check that
But
out.
it wasn't them. It was just different people. But
was it
I was
based on
wondering
the
if they were
story?
going to make one for summer too.
Summer would be a good-ass movie, you know?
Yes, it would. That would be a good movie.
Who's going to play Dolly? Tom Cruise.
I don't know. You maybe have to play Dolly.
They need to get to Brad Pitt as Dolly.
Nah,
Okay.
we want you.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I've been thinking. I've been thinking about that because they keep on showing that pod all the time.
Maybe. I mean,
the
I can't
cactus.
say you're wrong. I don't know. Yeah, I've done heard.
I don't know. My
I've
gut
done
is
heard
telling
everything.
me, and when my gut tells me, I'm pretty right.
I'm waiting for aliens. For somebody to be like, look, Dolly, I'm telling you, the only thing that makes sense is
It's
aliens.
been so long. It's been 2 years for this baby not to be found.
Yeah,
And I
know.
pray that they find her and they get justice for her. She was a beautiful little girl, but they cut her hair because it's. I think they cut her hair because she had lice, and when she was bad, they cut her hair. They didn't want her to look like a girl, and I think the mother was jealous of Summer because she didn't have a bond with Summer. I think Dawn had a bond with his daughter, not the mother.
Thank you, Melody.
That's what I'm seeing.
Welcome. Yeah, I mean, I hear that a lot. I don't know if I really got the jealous vibe from them, and I really do believe that the reason the kid had shaved head is because they were having a problem with lice. I mean,
Yeah,
they don't
and
live
they
in,
had roaches and rats in there.
yeah, they
I don't
didn't
see
live
how
in
they.
they didn't live in the cleanest environment. So
No,
and you can't send your kid to school.
Boys.
You can't send your kid to school with a rat nest on its head with lice, and she was getting ready to go to school. So they buzzed that shit, which.
You know what? You know why they probably got rid of her because she's been SA so many times because I could see it in her little face.
I mean, I people are rumoring that because of her eyes. I've heard so much stuff,
And she was skinny, and she didn't get no food for 19 hours. And I think she never made it to that basement. I think her mother left her in a hot car, and she passed away.
I've always thought that too, but I mean, that's just my opinion.
That poor little girl.
Yeah.
I would have swiped her up if they didn't want her.
Yeah, I mean, sure. There's so many people out there would love to have her as a child. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she looked so cute with her long hair.
I don't get the hurting your kids things. There's so many people that would love to have a kid. There's people that would spend thousands of dollars through adoption agencies, jump through fucking rings of fire and everything just to get a chance to raise that kid.
Yes.
And then you're gonna hurt it. Just give that kid a fighting chance in the world. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. She didn't have a chance. Them boys didn't have a chance either.
Yeah.
I was thinking that shed was for
the only reason
Summer.
The boys made it probably is because there was 3 of them to stick together, and boys are a little bit rougher and tougher. That's probably it.
Yeah,
they can take a little more batter.
I grew up with 4 brothers. I know.
So anyway,
yeah,
look, I appreciate you
calling.
calling.
The shed they're talking about down by the road.
Mm-hmm.
I think the mother was prostituting her daughter to get drug money every day, and Dawn didn't know anything about it. And I think Candace lies to her husband, don't tell him the whole truth.
That would be something crazy, if she was really doing something like that. Now, I don't know that. I just know Candace, she was out trying to get her own freak on, my understanding. I don't know if she was trying to pimp out her kid, but she was definitely out there shaking her tail feathers.
Yeah, she was pimping her little girl out too.
Allegedly, we don't know. We gotta keep it safe. All right, well, look, you have a good one.
Oh, you too.
All right, peace.
All right, bye-bye.
Now, I don't know that to be the case. I've heard so many different rumors and allegedly they done this. Now, I don't really know. I don't know if they did all that. I just got to go with that what they say, what the police say. And the police, I feel sorry for Pruitt. I do. He got a battle on his hands, okay? All right, let's take this call. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
It's Nancy from Florida.
Hey, Nancy. You got to turn me down in the background.
Yeah, I did. You brought up that where you heard the shovel scraping the ground.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to that video again, I can't remember who she was talking to, but she said...
She was talking to her Michelle.
Yeah, she said she was crying, and she said, my baby... He asked her, what's wrong? She said, my baby's in the ground.
It sounds like she says that. I know exactly what you're talking about, and you're talking about the same video as I am, but did you hear the shovel hit the gravel?
Yes.
And that's a certain sound that the shovel makes hitting fucking gravel. And to me, it sounded like she was digging in some gravel. And I was like, that sounds like gravel.
And it was also brought up that it sounded like there was water in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she went back to near Warriors Pass and buried her there.
Where near gravel, though? Something near gravel, because I thought the same thing. I was like, and this, if you was to go search, just say if you was to go digging, you're not going to dig somewhere there's gravel.
Exactly.
You're going to look for a spot there ain't rocks, and you're going to start digging. Why would you dig where there's rocks? And why would you be digging in the middle of the night?
Exactly.
I've always been curious about that one. I mean, she
I
didn't
slowed
say
it
she
down.
was digging, but you just listened to the sounds of it. You're like, why does it sound like she's digging?
And I
Because that
slowed down
baby's
the
been
recording.
moved.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it sounded like she said when I slowed it down. My baby's in the ground. So, I don't know.
That why is she moving it though? But look at the other case with Harmony Montgomery. They were moving that baby around.
Yeah, she might have thought somebody was getting too close.
Yeah,
So she went out and moved her.
yeah. It could be something as simple as that, you know. But what about this? What if Don really don't know?
Yeah, I find that hard to believe.
I mean, it is hard, but it ain't impossible.
No, it's not impossible. I mean, if it is, I feel bad for him.
What if he don't know but expects, but he really don't know? And him,
That's true.
Candace and Grandis know.
I think her and Grandis know something. I really think Grandis knows something. That's why she packed up and hit the bricks.
Hell yeah. And she said, they originally said Grandis left because she knew all the media and all the attention, and she went through it with Rose, so she didn't want to deal with it again, so she left.
I don't think that's why she left. I think she left because she knew something.
Thank you so much for being a member. Prayers for Summer and Michael Monkey to be found. 18. You've been a member for 15 months. Awesome. Sheila Duggan.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a member, putting up my ugly face this long. You are a trooper. You need a hug. Or glasses.
Another thing about that area, my family's from around there. They're from Johnson City.
Uh-huh.
And if you go down near the creeks, it's gravel underneath it. If you start digging, because the rocks have been flown over, the water's flown over
Yeah.
for so long. So there's all kinds of places. My grandmother had a piece of land, and I don't know why she bought it. The whole thing was rock.
Yeah, it didn't sound like she hit a rock, though. It sounded like she hit gravel, like she was digging in a pile of rocks.
Yeah, that's possible. You dig down enough, you'll find rocks.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that water's been flowing up those mountains, and when it rains, those creeks come up.
And if you bury somebody, of course you ain't going to find them. How you going to find somebody underground? Unless you're a mole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to find them. And that's why they can go, she'll never be found and things of that nature, because they know they buried her.
Well, yeah, and plus it's in the mountains. There's places you may never find her.
Right?
I mean, I've been up in those mountains. It's not an easy walk, but if you're from there, you know the area.
Yeah, I mean, I've walked them hollers, and I probably shouldn't have. I didn't know there was meth labs and shit out there when I was strolling around and such bad people, because I was out there one time completely by myself. I'm lucky to be here.
Yeah, the town my grandmother grew up in is Beulah, North Carolina. It's on the, the west side of North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
We came down through there one night. There was one cop the whole time growing up. Came down the mountain, there were state troopers everywhere. We had no idea what was going on. And we pulled up, and they said, we got rolling meth labs that drive through here, so we're trying to catch them. And I was like, really? And this is a teeny tiny town. It finally made it on
meth
the
lab. I'm not. What is it
rolling
on, like a
meth
bus?
lab. He said they use Winnebagos in the back of vans. And
oh yeah, I did watch
roll
Breaking
along
Bad.
and do it.
That's right, I did watch Breaking Bad.
I was like, holy cow! I've been going there all my life. I mean, I spent the summer there, and I'd never seen anything like that up in those mountains. So I don't know.
They say them hills have eyes.
Yes, they do, and I think sooner or later, her mother, Summer's mother, is going to crack. Candace is going to crack.
I don't know. She's drank so much. Thank you for being a member, Chatty Jen. So much that you would think she'd get drunk and tell it, but she never has.
She might have told Don, and Don's like, "Oh no, she couldn't have done that." You know what I mean?
Well,
because they do have.
Don got 7 alibis. We know Don didn't do it. He got 7 alibis.
But what happened to those missing hours?
According to Don, Candace ain't got no alibi.
No, she doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? And ain't that something to say? Because this could happen and Don not know. I mean, there is that possibility that this man just loves his wife and he's defending his wife no matter what. He believes what Candace says. you know? And I asked him outside. I said, man, is there any way you think that Candace might not be telling you 100% the truth? And he blew it off like, nah, she's telling me the truth, you know? I mean, I had to ask him. I mean, I was like, do you believe that Candace is telling you the truth about that day? And he was like, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I just can tell you what he
about.
told me. I mean, I had to ask, you know? I was like, do you believe
And you
everything she
don't think-
says? Because I had him
Any
alone.
of that- Yeah, that's true.
Because
But
we
you
was
don't think
outside.
in any of that time her drunken self could have said, you know, this yada, yada, yada happened. And then he looks over, hey, Candace, shut up. You're drunk. You know what I mean?
I don't know. If Dawn loved Summer as much as Candace said she did, right? And something happened, and she confesses to Dawn might kick her ass. You know what I'm saying? Because Dawn abuses on
Yeah, that's
Candace.
true.
You know what I'm saying? So would you tell him somebody's going to beat you up if you tell him? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I ain't saying that he will. I'm just saying allegedly that he might. We know he hits on Candace.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to be careful of what the internet does. One, because you don't want Candace beat on. We don't want to get up here and say nothing's going to get Candace's ass kicked because he's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's just what you got to be careful of. And I keep that in mind when I say things. I'm thinking, man, I don't want to make Don mad at Candace because then, you know, he starts drinking. He may take what somebody says on the internet out on Candace. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
And I know what Candace did is wrong, and I do believe she's paying for it right now. I believe she's paying for it every day. And I don't believe she killed her baby, so I think she's getting the punishment she deserves. Cobra Kai.
I think it was an accident. I really do think it was an accident, and she didn't know how to handle it. And if Don does beat on her, maybe that's the reason why she hit it, because she didn't want him to kill her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if you love, you know, I mean, I would be, I left my baby with my baby mama and something bad happened, I'd be upset with my baby mama, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Have a Coke, hungry face, on me.
Uh-oh, hold on one second. We got a super chat.
I think we got a super chat.
Thank you, Johnny.
I think we got a super chat.
Okay, we good.
All right. Yeah, I think she knows. She's drinking herself away way too quick.
Yeah.
She's aging herself years.
I mean, maybe when her liver's going out and she's laying in the hospital bed, that she'll tell it, you know?
She might.
You know, when she goes,
But
okay,
then
I
again,
ain't going
she
to
might
make
take
it.
it to the grave.
She may take it to the grave. And at the rate she's going, it won't be a long time.
No, it won't.
You know, you can't drink that much liquor, be that belligerently drunk all the time. Your body's going to shut down.
Oh, yeah. You could see in the video where she answers the hotel door, her face is swollen from the drinking.
Yeah.
It just starts swelling up.
Yeah, and yeah, she looks a little swollen in the face, and definitely the other night. I don't know if you've seen her when Don was on Prayer Garden, but
Yeah, when she's flying off the bed.
oh my God, I was like, I don't know why the probation officer can sit there, how they can watch that and say that man's not on drugs and not violate him. I mean, even if he pissed crystal clear, I'd be like, dude, you're on drugs, you're violated.
I think the only reason why she answered her door is because a drug dealer was supposed to show up.
Yeah, she thought JLR was the dope man.
Yeah,
Imagine that. You think the dope man going to show up, you
hotel.
open the door, you got skinny ass JR with a media hat on.
I
Where
would
your
be
baby
stunned
at?
Like she was. She was just like a deer in headlights. Like, oh my God.
I mean, what he
You're
should
not
have
the
done,
drug man.
he probably should have sat back and just chilled and not went up to the door and seen what kind of activity was going on there. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what he should have done. And sometimes it's better not to say nothing, but to know what's happening. You see what I'm saying? Like if he would have just sat back and watched.
Crack in the curtains.
He should have just watched them for a little bit just to see what kind of activity they were involved in. I know that seems a little weird, but under the circumstances, I do believe that there are prime suspects in the disappearance of their daughter. They have not been ruled out by the police. Okay.
No.
For somebody to keep an eye on them ain't creepy. Okay, it is a little
No,
creepy.
it's
Let me lie, it is a little creepy.
Not creepy
But under
at
the
all.
circumstances, we're gonna let a little bit of the creepiness slide on this one. It's
Exactly.
better to know what they're doing. And I know they're partying and they don't give two fucks. Let's be honest. You know, we don't
No,
need
you could tell
JLR
the
to tell
hotel
us
they
that.
were in. You could tell the hotel that they were
Yeah.
in. The one you keep driving past going, that's okay.
Yeah, let's go to the
Okay.
next one, babe. That one looks like some shit out of
Yeah.
a serial killer movie.
Yeah,
That's the
I
type of
just hope-
hotels they pull bodies out of.
definitely. They just flipped the bed over, too, and put clean sheets on it.
Oh, Lord. That
I'm sorry, that was mean.
That's
I
one of them
don't know.
horror movie hotels. Rob Zombie could
Exactly.
shoot a fucking movie at it, you know? It's insane. I can tell you this. I'd be on Ben Hill Road before I'd stay in that hotel. I've been to the Ben Hill Road.
Definitely.
You could be like,
Definitely.
Dolly, you want to go stay at Ben Hill Road for a week or that hotel Don is at? I'd be like, yo, let me get Ben Hill Road. That shit has a nice view. There ain't nobody around to kill me. You know, like,
Oh, those mountains are beautiful.
yeah, they got a nice piece of property. The house is a shack, but if you bulldoze it and build you a nice house there, shit. And put a
And it's
driveway.
like everybody's saying they can't get a job. Do you know how much construction is going on in Tennessee and North Carolina? You want to work bad enough, take yourself over to Gatlinburg. There's job sites over there as far as the eye can see.
Yeah, he could have found a job a lot closer than that. Like Johnson City, he could have went
Yeah.
across the, what is he, 20 minutes from the Virginia line? You got all kinds of shit on the Virginia
He's
side.
only like an hour from North Carolina.
Yeah,
It's that.
that's what I'm saying. Why go so far out the way to go to try to find work to go stay in a crack hotel? He's out there. He's out there doing the same thing Don Wells does, doing drugs and messing with prostitutes, and
Partying.
that's why Candace was like, Don spent all the money on what he wanted. Well, what did
Oh, I'm
Don
sure.
want? What did Don want, Candace? You know, nobody asked her that. They just let that slide out the window. Well, what did he spend the money on? All right, if you got people
That's the
contributing
women.
to them, right, and trying to help them, and they're running out of money for a hotel, well, where's the money from him working going?
Exactly.
It's
They're
going to
living on everybody
drinking
else's money.
and drugs, and then whatever they can bum. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I think they see it now is if we get up here and say some things, I don't know. I don't know why I have no clue why they do what they do.
I don't understand it neither. It's just, I know they're trying to play the money train, definitely.
Or
The more we talk about it, the more people will send us money.
yeah, well, it ain't like they're begging. It's more of a dry bag, you know.
Right, yeah.
Feel sorry for me, you know. And look, there's nothing wrong with helping people, right? But I expect
No.
when I help you that you take that to try to help yourself.
Help yourself, exactly.
Right, and I
was
don't
gonna
mind
just say
helping
that.
you if you're going to help yourself, but I'm not going to give you money till you continue to be your crutch or get you alcohol or so you can do drugs or you old man can bang prostitutes or nothing like that. If you're going to help people, help to lift them up. If you help them and it's not lifting them up, don't continue to help them. That's that.
Nope.
Why would I continue to try to help you if you're not doing nothing to help yourself?
That's what I was thinking. They don't even help themselves.
You help
so.
people that want help.
Yes, you do.
All right, they don't want help. They want your help until you're there looking for their kid. Then they don't want your help.
Yep,
So
it's crazy.
yeah. Well, you have a good one.
You too, Dolly. I have a question for you. How did you get the name Dolly?
Dolly Parton was my mother's favorite singer. Okay.
All right.
So
Okay.
there was a character that I created, which was this crazy ass redneck dude that wore a mullet, and usually you'll see it in some of my thumbnails. It's the same character, but he wears this cowboy hat, and I named him Dolly Cash. Okay. And Dolly Cash was just this ruthless, talk shit about everybody, this crazy redneck character that I created, and I created a channel around it. But the channel was named after my mom's favorite singer, and the Dolly Cash, Johnny Cash, was my uncle's favorite singer. So I came up with the character Dolly Cash. Okay,
Oh, that's
just as a
cool.
joke. But then I decided just to name the channel Dolly Vision, and then the character I
good.
scrapped and just kept the name because it came from my mom's favorite singer.
Yeah,
Dolly
my
Parton.
daddy loved Dolly Parton. He's even got the doll. The
But
Dolly
that's
Parton
where the
doll.
name originated from. Like everybody's like, "How'd you come up with the name?" It was named after my mom and my uncle's favorite singers. And then
That's awesome.
I scrapped the character, so the cash part is gone, and now it's just Dolly Vision.
Well, that's a good story. I'm glad it started out that way.
Yeah. Eh.
You have a safe 4th now.
All right, you too. Peace.
All right, peace.
Everything here starts as a joke. Everything it starts as me kidding, a joke, and then it turns into something else, right? Dolly Vision was created behind a joke, all right? And, well, a character. Then, like, the soap was created behind Fight Club, was a joke, and then I started making soap, selling soap. So it's all started as just laughs and became real. Which is cool. Dolly!
Jimmy-san.
I'm ready, Johnny. Ready for combat. What's good?
Hey, good afternoon. Or actually, you're an hour ahead of me, so almost supper time out there in the great state of Virginia. Commonwealth.
The Commonwealth.
So, a couple of questions. I didn't want to even go here with this case because it sucks. But Chad Doerman. So what? No, this is just questions. We don't even really know because it just started the case. That is right. So I don't want to veer off the road here, off the front end of this case, because who knows? But just in your humble opinion, what do you think was not what do you think was going on inside Chad Doerman's dome, for lack of a better term?
I mean, I think I know what was going on with him. I think he was trying
enlighten me.
I think he was trying to punish his wife. I think that.
Well, that's a given almost because of the nature of it, and we know up to the moment of now we know that much, right? I mean, I'm not trying to insult you in any way. I don't mean it like that. I mean to think about it like more deeper than that. Yeah, we know that.
Why would he kill his kid?
What brought him to it? I mean, we know he did it to punish her, right? Obviously, right? Because she was screaming out fact.
He didn't have he didn't have a connection with those kids. He didn't have a connection. That's
quite clear. I mean,
yeah,
I don't think
it's
he had
the
a
same
connection
thing with
with
Leilani.
anything. Yeah.
Like Leilani, some people like he.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're saying. You're saying that they have that. There are some folks that that do this to their own flesh and blood have in common. And it's like either something traumatic from their past, or they were born with something of an anomaly inside left-right hemisphere of the brain, or something, right, that maybe never gets found out in this world. I don't know, but whatever it is, it's like they're so desensitized, or they have no feelings, or they have the psychotic side, right?
Or a lack of bonding to the kids. Like they never bonded.
I've seen people do stuff like bad stuff and then eat a sandwich and stuff right after they did it, looking over what they did, bro. Even though it wasn't like a true crime story. You get what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't like stuff we talk about. I won't go any more than that. Believe me, folks, I'm not one of those dudes on.
The whole thing, the whole strange thing about the Doerman thing is he was planning it. You know?
Well, that's the thing, man. Okay, go there. Roll with it.
I mean, you would think if he would just flipped out and snapped, would be one thing.
Yeah.
He didn't. He plotted this. He actually planned it.
It's premeditated.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know how adept his planning was, but the fact is he admitted openly that he planned it.
Yeah. Then now he's saying no, but that was only because he's lawyered up now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I mean, we all know he's gonna get some time if not the death penalty. But here we go again, right? I mean, I don't know about
there's
the
no
Ohio
way
law, but
there's no way he walks away with less than life.
Oh no, I concur, right? But the fact of what he did, it just takes too long. Maybe you should just like put him in general pop right away. You know what would happen to him there on the kid's side of the
I think
house,
they should lock him in a cell by himself forever with 3 pictures of his sons. That's what I think.
Yeah, I don't think
so. He sees those boys' faces every day.
No, brother, go back. Come on. What are you always saying? Come on, and not because I want you to agree with me.
Yeah,
You
execute
say
them.
it, and you know, life for life.
I know.
Life for a life.
But if they don't
You've
kill
always
them,
said that.
if they
life
don't,
for a life.
if they don't kill him, they should lock him in a cell by himself for the rest
I
of his
mean,
life.
what's the point?
3 pictures.
What's the point, right? What's the point of locking somebody up that is your own children, man? Now, I don't care how much of an alcoholic you were. I don't care how much your daddy didn't love you or pick you up and hold you or throw the baseball to you when you were a little boy. I'm sorry if that happened to you. I'm sorry if something traumatic happened to you and somebody, you know, made a Nancy out of you. Sorry, trigger. Warning, I guess, audience, but whatever. You know, I'm sorry, whatever happened to you, dude, that made you do that, but a life for a life. You know, there's just not enough justification. Oh, old Sparky, bring old Sparky back.
They should have lit him up when he was sitting there with a gun on the porch. I'd have been like, he reached for it.
Well,
I seen him reach.
I mean, if you rewind that and watch,
I'd have been like his eyebrow moved, and I had to light his ass up.
When the first responders, the sheriff's department, got on scene and they engaged with him, that the one cop was smarter than the other. Well, I shouldn't. That's bad. That sounds bad. The one officer was a little better tactically. No, the one officer was a lot better tactically than the other one, because the other one went in standing up with no concealment, with no cover. You know, the guy was big in frame. He was probably 6'2", 6'3". Didn't like working with real tall guys like
I had to say, they were brave.
I think the one guy wasn't brave. He was just putting himself out in the open. There was too many places he could use for cover and concealment. Even if you had to roll up with your car, you know, I would have rolled up with my car up in there first and used the car as a
cover,
agent, and then got out and
started shooting.
Because at that point, well, no, I mean you have.
Well,
to,
I can tell you now, if I was getting a call, if I was getting on the call, a call on the radio, that this dude out there shooting and killing everybody, I guarantee you, when I jump out the car, I'm busting shots at your ass.
No, even then, it's all tactical, right? As far as you know, you have that blocking agent once you have the vehicle up there and posted.
I wouldn't have cared if they would have crashed the car into him. If they would have drove the car up on his front porch, you know what I'm saying? At that point, run him over.
And that's why it would not be easy wearing the badge and the gun under the law that you're under, because you are under a higher authority and definitely under the glass.
There's a good reason I ain't a police officer.
Yeah, so you have to keep that all in mind. That's why they tell you, it's split second, decisions.
Because the first person that ran from me, I wouldn't be a police officer anymore. Because the time I ran you down, I'm whipping that ass. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, you made me run.
But wouldn't you agree and concur that the way the first sheriff that made contact, the moment when he rolled Chad over and Chad was talking to his dog, and he was telling the officer, oh yeah, the dog won't bite you, he's harmless. But I mean, he's telling him this right after he does the deed. It's so horrific. This is what I said at the beginning.
Yeah, but the one cop told him, he said, you got the right to remain silent, and I recommend you use that fucking right.
It'd be real tempting.
I would have just been like, bitch, shut up.
There.
You know what I'm saying? If I knock you out. Yeah. I mean, there's some points in the law that we should take all them rules away from police officers.
Well, this is going to last for a long time. This is going to stretch out for a long time.
They should get 5 minutes.
Nah, this will probably go a year. I bet you this goes a year or longer.
They should be allowed to legally kick his ass for 5 minutes, at least. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see his ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just do this and not get ass whipping. You know what I'm saying? It should come with an ass whipping. That should be part of your punishment. You know what I'm saying? You don't just get life in prison. You get an ass whipping and life in prison. Them cops should have beat the brakes off that dude. Oh, they should have beat him to the car. You know what I'm saying? I agree. They should have been beating him like he was the fucking Gaddafi and this was Libya. Right in the head with a gun. I'm going to die! You know what I'm saying? They should have been hitting him like that all the way to the car, pistol whipping him. Well, shut up. Boom. Talk again.
It's
boom.
All so disgusting and sick. And yeah, I would imagine as an officer it would have been tremendously difficult to, I myself have been in positions where I thought, man, it sure be nice just to save the system some money here. But on a better note, I digress, on a missing person, 17-year-old boy who went missing while walking his dogs in 2015. He was found 8 years later.
Oh, I seen that. I hadn't got a chance to read it yet, but go ahead and tell me a story because I did see the headlines.
Yeah, it was in Houston, Texas. A 25-year-old man is recovering in the hospital now following an 8-year disappearance in Texas, according to Texas authorities.
Where was he at? UFOs get him?
Yeah, his name was Rudy Farias. He was 17 years old when he was walking his two dogs in northwest Houston. March 6, 2015. His family reported him missing after his dogs were recovered, but Farias was not found. And then in 2015, the authorities found Farias was diagnosed with depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and anxiety. Texas EquiSearch began asking the public for help in finding him, but nothing was possible. Said he was disoriented when they found him. He had been taking medication.
For 8 years? He was disoriented for 8 years?
Yeah, it's just such a weird story, dude. It says authorities think searches for the commitment while looking for Farias in rain-soaked fields. On Sunday, July the 2nd, 2023, authorities confirmed that Farias was located and safe, although details behind his disappearance are still unclear. So on one hand, he survived.
Aliens. It's aliens, John. That's straight aliens.
It's just a good, sweet story. And
he got kidnapped by Bigfoot.
No matter what.
They brought his ass back.
We talk about this all the time, right? I.e. information explained, hey, Summer Wells. I mean, I have my own beliefs there, but, hey, on the positive side, hey, right?
I don't think Summer Wells is walking around disoriented for the last 2 years, though, Johnny.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
I know.
But 8 years. And this kid, I know there's a huge difference between 17 and her age, but I guess what I really mean is the positive of the story is, 8 years later.
Yeah, that
kid
don't give up hope.
He's back in the world, So.
Yeah, don't give up hope on your loved one. They could be out there wandering around confused for 8 years, could be in a coma in a hospital somewhere and don't know who they are. I mean, that shit happens.
Roger that.
Wake up 3 years later from a fucking coma and don't know who you are, don't know who your family is. Everybody thinks you're dead. You don't even know who you are to tell your family, hey, I'm alive. And then one day it pops up and you go, okay. There's strange stories too. There's been kidnappings where people pop up 15 years later and shit. I'm like, you never know. You never know. So that's why you don't give up hope. Like Don Wells gave up hope on day 3. He was like, I'll see you in the afterlife. But it's been 3 days. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what was that story I was telling you about where the parents were all drugged up or drunk or something? It wasn't even in a place in the middle of a jungle somewhere. It was like outside of Ukraine or something, literally. And they raised their daughter. They were so poor, but they were drinking all the time, right? They were drunks. And the daughter started cuddling up with the dogs when she was a little girl, like 2 years old, outside where the dogs were in the kennel. And so the dogs raised her. And when she was like 14, she would act like a dog and bark and crawl around on all fours. And yeah, they made movies and wrote books about it. I reported to you about it too, over probably about a year ago. But it was just.
I've heard stories about being raised by a pack of wolves and shit. Like I just thought that was a joke. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's a real story. I can't remember in the files of my old.
I guess animals. Some animals.
I remember.
They seem to know when something's a baby. Like there was that baby that little kid fell into the enclosure at the zoo. And that big ass gorilla ran up and protected the baby. I was thinking,
okay, that was a trip. I remember that.
Yeah, I was thinking, okay, they have a natural motherly instinct for babies. Now, if a grown person fell into that damn thing, I guarantee that gorilla wouldn't have acted like that.
Well, they're also known for killing the mother's baby too in the wild. Silverbacks are known for doing it.
The male.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know enough
So,
about that, but I just know that, it had an instinct to run up to protect the baby.
well, the
to help
only
the
reason
baby.
I bring that up is that, one way or the other, right? And it just happened to go the other. So it was a beautiful thing to watch like that. But yeah, I agree that there are cases where animals have interacted with humans.
Yeah, there's some animals that have better parents and instincts than some parents.
Yeah, so I got an idea for you. I'll just put it out on the air. Do you think about it? I'd like to see you do it. I know it's a doable thing for you, and that would be Dolly Vision bobbleheads.
I've thought about that.
Bobblehead dolls that go like a hot New York second. You
I
just
thought
have to
about
get the
that.
plastic injection molding. So,
Guys, I'm going to open. If y'all hit the like button right now, I'm going to open the chat room to everybody. So I'm going to take it off members and put it on subscribers. So y'all guys hit the like button. I'm going to let you guys into the chat. All right. Does that sound like a fair trade? Sounds like a fair trade, don't it, Johnny?
Oh, yeah. How can you beat it with a stick?
Can't beat it. There's 700 in the room. All right. We probably got like 300-400 likes, but we're going to open it to everybody. So if you are out there in the ether and ain't liked the video yet, like it and you can come in now. All right. There you go. It's that easy.
All right, brother. Well, I'll start wrapping up, and I'll say so. What's your verdict on Chad then? I mean, not verdict, but I mean, what do you think's the outcome there, and what do you think the timeline there is? Not what you want to happen, but what you think will happen.
I believe.
And remember, we're in the state of Ohio, so keep that in mind.
Ohio does have the death penalty.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he will be put to death for the death of his 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So,
how long?
I would say 2 years.
30 years. I'll say 17 years before they do it.
Oh, but when they execute him, I don't know. When he will be convicted, I would say within 2 years.
Oh, no, I concur with that. I'd say within a year, out a year, you're right, probably 14 months, 13 months.
Somewhere in the 2-year mark, he will be convicted, and he will get the death penalty. It might not ever kill him. You know what I'm saying?
I think it'd be 17 and a minimum 25 at the outside. It'll take him to do it.
Now, if they give him life, they'll probably give him, I would say 20, 40, 60 years with the possibility of parole in 40 years. If they don't.
Well, remember, there's
penalty.
A lot of money that can be generated off this guy where he can donate it into the system. Like, they can say, we'll give you, $5 million for an interview. And they go, no. He can't take it, but the state of, let's say, they lock him up in New York.
Yeah, but would anybody pay? I mean, I guess they might, but
would anybody? You think one of those big corporations wouldn't pay?
That's
$5
terrible that you would pay a murderer like that.
Advertisement,
Yeah, I know. I know a lot of these big people do that. Like,
yeah,
they're the real tragedy. Media's the tragedy pimps. I mean, I know.
You said do just right there. See what you did there?
Well.
Well, all right, man. Look.
All right, Johnny.
I will talk to you later, brother. You take care of yourself and keep up the good work, all right? Peace, brother.
All right, peace. All right, the one and only Cobra Kai in the house. Honestly, what I think should happen to him, he should be executed almost immediately, right? Honestly, I think the cops should have had 5 minutes to kick off in his ass, or as long as they wanted. I wouldn't have cared. You know what I'm saying? I ain't firing from police. I'd turn my head. You know what I'm saying? There's just some things that you got to turn your head to. I don't agree with police brutality, not whatsoever. I don't want to see anybody beat innocent people beat on. You do something so stupid in this world that what this man did, them cops did a great job, because I'd have whipped his ass. I ain't gonna lie, I would have snapped off. I couldn't look at that baby and see you did that and not put my hands on you. I just couldn't. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. I just wanted to thank you for turning off members only.
Oh, okay. You must not be a member.
I know.
Hey, it's all good.
I need to be a member.
Hey,
next month.
Work up to it. Start saving now. Start small. You know what I'm saying? Save a little bit here, a little bit there. And before you know it, use a member.
Easy peasy.
Yep. No rush. I'll be here.
Promise?
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere. Not that I know of.
Oh, perfect. I just want to say hi to Team Rose and Megger. If that's okay.
Okay, yeah, you can say hi to. Shout out time. Shout out on Dolly Vision.
Shout out.
Okay.
Shout out to my measures.
All right, so you Team Rose and who?
Tina, paper cut.
Oh, PCT.
Meggers.
What'd you call her?
Meggers.
Meggers.
My Meggers.
Meggers. Okay. I got you. All right. Big shout outs to them peeps.
You really think Don and Candace are going to run?
I think they're gonna eventually disappear. Yeah.
Think
I do.
they're getting ready to bounce.
Yeah, they already don't.
Yeah.
They already don't want to go back to
Boxes of
Tennessee.
color.
Right. Right now, they're just once they cut off contact with the internet and they leave, nobody will know where they're at.
That's true. That's true.
They'll be in
where
Utah
they
somewhere.
Gonna get money.
I mean,
Yeah.
Don does have a trade. I mean, he's a drywall guy. That's a trade. They do drywall everywhere.
Oh no, I know, but it doesn't seem like they're real excited to pack up their tools and go to work. You know, doesn't look like they're trying to do any real work.
I mean, I don't get the whole Arkansas thing. If you're spending you're
I don't
working and
either.
you're spending all your money to stay in a crack hotel and you're still broke, why not just stay
And
where
it's
you're
still
at?
broke.
Why not just stay
Right,
where you're
your
at?
house is paid for. It's brand new.
Yeah.
Didn't Robin put like $40K into that house?
What did you say? The house is brand new?
Well, not brand new, but they did all the drywall. That last picture of Candace with Robin
Well, yeah.
in that house, it looked all fresh, bright.
It don't look,
You know.
it don't look all brand new.
Well,
it looked like a
compared to what he had before.
Oh, I don't really know exactly what it looked like before, but I would say, yeah, the downstairs
Chris
has new
McDonough when
the main part of the house is it's old. It's old as shit. You go in the kitchen looks like it's had a little work. The pipes are all fucked up. I mean, like something I ain't never
it's
seen.
paid for.
I know.
It's paid for.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand the Arkansas thing either, because you could sit there and collect cans. At least you'd have money. You don't have to pay rent. They're paying rent, and all their money's going to staying at a crack hotel. It don't make much sense. But they got money to drink
And it's
there.
their son that's there, right? They got his daughter, his only daughter left.
Yeah.
No, he says.
And then, you you got them babysitting the grandkids.
Yeah, which scares the heart out of me.
And
And whatever
that scary?
his daughter says, that is scary. That is scary. The bone issue that the daughter has sounds a lot more like something else. It doesn't sound like, some innocent accident and now she needs transfusions. That sounds like intravenous drug use to me.
I mean, I don't know.
And the way John said Candace is staying to make sure she's okay was like, I don't know, just the way he said
remember
it.
Just a few weeks ago, she had heart problems. Now she got a broken ankle, and it's always it's always something. It's always something. It's something with Candace.
She can't stand at a fast track and cash people out.
They're carnies. That's what it is. They're just carnies. They need to go work at a damn carnival. They can go get a job with the fair. They can go get a job with the fair, and they can work the basketball where you throw the darts at the balloons and shit. They be perfect.
That makes sense. That's what they should be doing run. If they want to run.
They just missed their calling in life. That's all it is. They could fucking run the games all day and get drunk all night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they definitely hustling, and they're definitely con people.
Yeah, now they really don't have any kids that
Allegedly.
they have to pretend to take care of.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Well,
this is all alleged. Okay? Everything you heard is just alleged. Do your own research. We don't know.
Allegedly.
Get them a job at the damn carnival. And they had to worry about that money issue
really
anymore.
I'm really surprised they haven't.
I got some hookups. I might be able to get them in. Gene,
I think that's what it is.
Gene,
I think.
Can we get Don and Candace a job at the carnival, possibly? You know what I'm saying? Can you make some calls? See if we can get them some employment? And we got some carnival hookups in the fam.
Well,
Part of
that's
our-
probably
part of
why
our
they're staying
fam-
in Arkansas.
You know how
Their
crazy you
son
are.
can get them all the drug hookups they
You
need.
know, crazy as we are, our family runs a carnival. Okay, we could
Yeah,
get Donnie.
okay.
That's not even a joke. It's not even a joke. It's not even a joke. We can possibly get them a job at a carnival if they want to go work the games. We got some inside
I think they
sources
should.
in the fam that could possibly get them a job as carnies. Okay, especially if they got a
they need
CDL
to-
license.
Anything to get them away from those kids.
I'm just saying, he needs employment. Call me up, Don Wells. I got connections. I have you right at the basketball game.
Oh, God. Could you imagine going to the carnival and seeing them?
Yeah, I can. That's why I said I can get them a job. I can imagine them working. That's what I imagined them people to look like. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
There's a certain
man.
look that I want in my carnies. It's a little bit mullet, a little bit Joe Dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to have that skill. I don't know if George would hire them. They have to be drug free. Shit, even in our family, you got to
I
be
don't
drug.
want you guys
Look,
to hire them.
to even get
No.
a job at our carnival in our family, you got to be drug free. And we're a family full of crazy
Good.
people. And you got to be drug free to even be employed by us.
I don't know. You and your sister, you're not evil crazy. You're good people crazy.
You got to pass a drug test to be a carny? In this family? I find that hard to believe. I had to question that one myself. I'm like, wait a minute, this is my food. You gotta pass a drug test. Okay, I guess
That's
some.
just a good
Let's just say
excuse.
some people have to pass a drug test to work. Okay, some people. All right, but for real, Candace, we get you employed quick. We get you in there. I'll pull some strings. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see why they wouldn't want to. I mean, unless they're sitting on some money, YouTube can't be paying them that much. People can't be cash-apping
Nah.
that much.
No, they're getting little $10, $20 here, $15 here.
Yeah.
But when you broke, that's better than no dollars. You know, you can go buy a bottle, a fifth for like what, 15, 20 bucks? That's all they need.
Yeah.
Candace drink her a fifth of liquor, she's sliding off the bed with a broke foot. You know, that's it. Black velvet, if you please.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just saying.
Throw her in the punch.
All right, well, look, hey, I appreciate you calling.
I appreciate you, Dolly. Thank you for all you do. Much love, everybody.
All right, you be good.
All right, you too.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, guys, I got about 10 more minutes I can spend with y'all, and I'm going to get out of here. I know I was supposed to do Dolly Uncensored last night. I took a hot shower, sat back to watch something on Netflix for a minute. I fell slam asleep, didn't wake up to 12:30 today. So I must have needed the rest. I've been going pretty crazy, working in the studio, getting things done. And I must have just been tired. So for everybody that was like, damn, what happened to Dolly Uncensored last night? Dolly was unconscious, okay? Hell with Uncensored, I was unconscious. I was done. But I feel good today. I must have slept good because my body ain't all kinked up. I'm ready to go, okay? So, happy 4th of July to everybody. So, look, today's July 3rd. A lot of people are out partying today and tomorrow and possibly the next day. So, just be real careful when you drive around. Don't drink and drive, all right? Try not to drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. Don't get behind the wheel with people drinking and driving. None of that stuff, okay? And even though you're being safe and responsible, that don't mean the people around you are. So be careful of your environment always, okay? It's just a dangerous time with people drinking and driving. There's a lot of accidents, things like that around this time of the year, all right? Just be safe. I don't want nothing to happen to none of my turtles. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly. It's Gunnersville Girlwood.
Hey, how's it going?
Going good. I have to kind of disagree on something when you talk about not being able to find Don and Candace.
Uh-huh.
Instead of following the money, just follow the liquor.
Follow the liquor. They're next to the liquor store in a tent. Okay, that's what it's going to end up, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I've had an idea from the very beginning of this case, and I really feel like this in my heart. If Candace had been arrested for contributing to giving Hunter liquor, drugs, whatever, and she'd been put in jail, I think this whole thing would have been different.
Yeah.
Because I don't think she could have stood it in jail, but LE, law enforcement, I believe in their heart, they really thought they were going to find Summer and then put it on the Wales. But
well, if they
I
wanted
just
to get
believe
technical, what they should have charged Candace with a statutory rape.
yeah, the first thing she would have done is gone into DT's in jail.
Then you would even had to. Then she would have talked, because you're talking some prison time. Then, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's having inappropriate relations with a young boy.
I really believe that.
I do too.
And
not
I'm
only
not-
that young boy, but from rumors I'm hearing, allegedly, there's some other young guys.
And I hate to say this, but I'm not 100%
And what
sure.
young dude hangs out? We got to have a talk with these young people these days. I need to be like a counselor for the youth or something, because something is wrong with our young boys these days. There's
Well, Dolly, he couldn't resist the mullet.
I don't know. I didn't know the mullet was in like that. Okay, I honestly didn't. It's just like you need to have like a counseling meeting with the young teenage boys around them hills. They're like, look, guys, come on, y'all bring it in. Y'all bring it in. Like a football team, be like, look, I know I said blue 32, but that didn't mean mullet 32. Okay, that means the whole damn young football team's trying to hang out like it's the damn best little whorehouse in Texas. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was the thing. Let's get our kids some glasses. Give them mine. I just got these. I can see. You know what I'm saying?
I think you need to let her borrow
What's with
that
these
big
young
hat.
boys? Like, what could a young boy see in a 40-year-old mullet?
I don't know, because she has a manly look about her too. I think. You know,
It amazes me. I mean,
yeah.
like, I just don't get it. And Hunter ain't the only young boy.
I know. I mean, I can see the Benny Keys and the Ernie Shells looking at that, but I can't see a young boy.
Oh my God, that was straight. I'd never get over the googly eyed BK. The aluminum foil hats and shit. That was the creepiest time on YouTube. If I could go back and give the creepiest award on YouTube for the creepiest moments on YouTube, it's when Candace and BK were live together. It was It was like watching a weird love connection that was. It was just sickening. I don't even know any other word to describe it.
And he was going right along with her.
Right
too.
along with it, playing that lady like. I mean, it was just gross. It was just gross. You know,
I love Don, but I'm not in love with him.
yeah. You know, she was. Well, that's the whole thing about the memory box. You know, with the jacket and all that stuff that we didn't know existed until she left it with that lady, because she had planned on leaving Don, and I guess at one point she thought she was going to marry BK or Ernie Shell, or who the hell knows, right? She was just all over the board, right? Whoever would pay her attention. I just think she needs she seeks attention. Whoever pays her that attention, she gets all googly-eyed for.
And you know, in a lot of ways, it's sad. It's a sad look at that too, because I think Don mistreats her and he belittles her so much that she doesn't have any kind of self-confidence, and I think that's why she just drinks her cares away.
Yeah, but she won't leave Don. She's had the opportunity. She's had every opportunity to get away from Don, and she's chosen not to.
Well, he's her crutch. He's her money to getting that liquor right now. And well, I think some YouTubers are giving her some money too. But yeah, she's got to have a man.
Thank you, ZA.
But I think, like I said, I think if they just put her in jail, scared her enough, kept her in there for quite a while, I think she might have confessed. I really do.
Thank you, Connie. I don't know. I think, maybe they should hit her with some of the charges of her, the contributing to delinquency of minors, if she's having an inappropriate relationship. Look, if it was a man out there with a 14, 15-year-old girl, he'd be in fucking prison. Okay? Exactly. I hate this double standard thing, because it's a woman don't make her any better than a man. She was still out there doing some inappropriate shit with kids. she should be punished for that. Simple as that. You know, I even think she acts like a kid, but that don't still mean you can break the law. That don't mean you can have relations with kids. You know, because you act like a kid don't make you a kid.
And why didn't Allie come forth and have it seen that
Allie
Candace,
knows that Hunter was
Yeah.
banging Candace.
I think so too.
She knows. That lady there is, they're frenemies.
Yeah, I agree with you.
They're frenemies. They act like they're enemies, but they friends. And they gotta be, because if one breaks on the other, everything crumbles.
Yeah.
Hunter's involvement in it, that type of stuff. That's what I've always believed. It's just a big, they're looking out for each other.
I agree with you on that. But maybe we'll hear something about Don. I'm kind of anxious. I guess JLR will tell us when he hears.
He's in the bushes at the PO right now, waiting for to confirm that he is at that PO. Okay. He's in a tree next to a tree frog like this. I don't know.
I watched one of his videos today. He's got a nice setup there at his house. Got a nice swimming pool. You can see the bay a little bit from his window there.
You can't hide money.
Well, I guess that's true too.
You know, that's what they say. You can't hide money. You know what
But
I'm
that's
saying?
just my thoughts on the whales, and I just think that law enforcement, they were too
Thank you,
easy
none
on
your
both
business.
of them,
Uh-huh.
and I just think that if they had been a little bit tougher on them at first, we might have more answers.
Yeah, I know this. I'm going to have to get me one of those media hats, because apparently it comes with a house on the bay.
Yeah,
You know?
and another thing too is when you see Candace again, let her borrow that mosquito hat so that it'll hide her mullet, and everybody won't be attracted to her.
Maybe. You think it'd keep the young boys off of her?
It might.
I don't know what these young boys are seeing. Maybe. I did see a young kid the other day with an awesome ass mullet. I did. I was like, yo, this bitch got a full proud mullet. It was like an eagle.
I heard it's coming back.
He was tall, dude, too. He looked like he was about 6'4", skinny as shit. But he had a flowing ass, full grown mullet. Like out in the wild, just letting it fly.
Like the old Billy Cyrus.
Yeah, like way up.
Look.
Like the way up one, like the fucking...
Yeah.
And then it comes back straight, like I'm like, whoa, dude. You went to like a mullet hairdresser for that shit. Right in Walmart.
Wow.
Yep.
And you're not even down south.
I mean, I'm on the line. You know, Virginia's the South.
Yeah.
Virginia's still the South, but, you know, we on the line. But, hey, that was the real deal. It was official.
Well, okay, well, Dolly, I enjoyed talking to you, and maybe we'll get some kind of response on where little Summer is and what's happened to her.
Yep. All right, you be good.
All right.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
See, now that was a blue ribbon mullet that I seen. It was clean. The dude was clean. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look like a bum. He was well dressed. And he just had the mullet like, I was like, yo, this dude ain't no shame in his game. You know, you can't help but look, right? He knows you looking at him. Like, yeah, he walking around like, yeah, you like this mullet, don't you? You don't really like the mullet. You're just kind of amazed by the mullet. It's like if you were walking through Walmart and all of a sudden you seen a line, but like a real one. You know what I'm saying? It's almost the same reaction. You're like, whoa, that's a big ass mullet, right? Now Candace's is a little bit different. It's not as flowy and like, it's not the same. It's not the same texture. It didn't look like the same texture, okay? This dude looked like he had some Perk Plus or something good in salon shit in his hair, okay? Candace, not the same type of mullet, okay? It's like, if you had a mullet in a rugged terrain, okay, in the wild, in like, and it had dreadlocks, it's more of a, and then you added a pint of oil to it and mix that with some dirt, it's more of a consistency of a straw, hay maybe. In a mullet, shape, okay, in a mullet shape, okay? I guess that's the shape of a mullet. I don't know. Totally different types of mullets, all right? There's a lot of mullets out there. They're not all created equal, okay? They're not. Some mullets are different than other mullets. Hate to say it, right? She definitely ain't got a Billy Ray mullet. She got more of a Bob Marley mullet, okay? If there was such thing as a Bob Marley mullet, that is what Candace Wells has. Man, you got one of them badass Bob Marley mullets, okay? You couldn't put a brush through that motherfucker to save your life, okay? And I ain't a betting man, but I guarantee you it would knock off 37 bristles off your brush first through it, okay? You look at your brush, it'd be bristles gone like a bitch. You'd be like, damn, Dolly don't be lying. Dolly be knowing what he talking about. Dolly knows this. Your ass better be liking the video. When I get done, there's 709 of you here, okay? There better be 709 likes on this video. My haters, right now, you better be liking the damn video. I swear, I don't got 700. Every hater out here, I'll make a bad video about you today. You don't like my video, all right? So you haters better be hitting it now. I'm coming out firing later tonight, all right? I want 709 likes on this video, all right? If not, I'm going to be disappointed, and I ain't streaming for a week, okay? Y'all be Dolly free for a week, and y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want that, all right? So just be cool. Hit the damn like button. I don't even know what it does, but I constantly say it, and it's became habit, okay? And y'all been slacking on me lately. Y'all been slacking. Look, you know, when y'all hit that like button, it puts us in the algorithm a little bit higher. New people get to see it, which brings new people to the channel, which brings in new tips, new clues, new conversations, new greatness, new callers, things of that nature. So it's really important that y'all guys hit that like button and share my ugly face every now and then. I ain't saying share it every day, but occasionally be like, Dolly's ugly as shit. Let's share his face. Okay? Y'all can do that. I have faith in you, right? I ain't saying fill your Facebook feed up with this. But take a day, once a week. Be like, you know what? Let's share Dolly on Tuesdays. Somebody else share me on a Wednesday. And then, next thing you know, we got new people in the room, new callers, new awesomeness. But guys, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. It's good to see you, Paper Cut Teen. I see your finger. I don't know what you're pointing at. Or you're pointing at something here. But Dolly going to get ready to get up out of here for a little while. I got some things to take care of. I got to get your stuff shipped out, all right, because I'm doing a bunch of packing and shipping of this stuff from the merch store. Everybody that's been buying Dolly merch, you guys are awesome. Thank you for purchasing my soaps, lotions, body washes, t-shirts, things of that nature. Now, you know, I got to get it packed up, shipped out to you guys. So PJ should be over here in just a little while, and we're going to be doing some packing and shipping. The job never ends, okay? It's a never-ending job. But thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart, supporting my little tiny ass business and keeping Dolly alive. Don't think I ain't ever grateful. And thank you for washing your ass and your titty flaps with Dolly soap, okay? Boom. Hook up
Lolo with treats and lots of hugs and kisses, dog.
Aw, thank you, Spooky Boo 31. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you so much, guys. That's awesome. We're going to hook Lolo. Is the most bougiest chihuahua in the world. All she does is like thinks she's the queen of the world and runs the fucking show anyway, okay? So everything is Lolo's, and I'm just here to take care of Lolo. I feel like a servant to the dog, okay? That's just the honest truth. But Lolo loves you. Dolly loves you, right? Thank you guys that joined up today, that became members. Thank you for everybody that liked the videos. Everybody that supports my ugly ass face. Short legs, okay? I was getting ready to get out of here, but thank you for your donation. Bless you guys. You are the best, right? And I hope y'all have an awesome rest of your day, okay? Do something creative. It's the holidays. Enjoy your 4th of July. If you had off today, enjoy it. Make the best of it. Don't let nobody fuck up your day. You guys are beautiful, and Dolly will see you guys later tonight. Peace.